Welcome. Here we are with Emily Stein. We're happy to have her. We had a little bit of trouble again broadcasting. Hang on, it doesn't look like it's working, so hang on.
Oh, okay.
Don't know what's happening. Hang on. Yes, we are live. Great.
Okay.
Okay,
yeah,
here we are with Emily Stein. Welcome, ladies. Sorry for a little more technical difficulties. Emily, we are excited to have you.
Hello. Hi.
Emily's from Tampa, Florida. She's a certified personal trainer. She specializes in working with women. She's also a certified Yamuna body rolling practitioner. She owns a company called Rolling for Fitness in Tampa.
Roll for Fitness.
Roll for Fitness in Tampa.
Yes.
She is going to teach us the benefits of Yamuna body rolling and much more. We've got plenty of questions lined up, and we're excited to have you here. Thanks for taking your time to teach us how to be healthier and better fit. So
yeah, I guess
yeah. I'll ask you. I'll go ahead and ask you a question, and then you can answer it, and then continue on training us.
Okay.
So I guess the first question would be, say hello to everybody. I know I interrupted.
It's okay. No. Hi everyone. So I'm glad you pronounced the word Yamuna right, because everyone mispronounces it. It's either pronounced Yamuna. It's either pronounced Yamuna or Yamuna. A lot of people mispronounce it, and so. No, I'm happy to have you here. I think a lot of women and women and men, that are married can take better care of their bodies and their bones. And body rolling is really good for creating better bone strength. It's low impact. I like it because it doesn't take a lot of time, and you can do it while you're watching TV or sitting at home. It's like a trigger point. It's like self-care, like taking time for yourself, because women take care of other people. So that's kind of why women kind of need this, but men need it too. So it's like both people.
Are you saying a lot of women, since we're caregivers, we ignore ourselves?
Yes. And I'm saying women are caregivers. We know that we need to do stuff for ourselves. It's that sometimes we get so busy, and we get so busy with other people and our friends and our lives. I think we let things kind of go, but I think it's important to spend 30 minutes a day doing some kind of, whether it's meditation or just some kind of practice for yourself, because it's really about just slowing down, because we're so on the go. It's just our society, regardless of what we do, where we are. So that's why the practice that I use, it's all about slowing down and being in tune with your body and knowing how to just kind of be with yourself and just be still, because we all like to be on the move, but we also need you don't have to meditate. That's why rolling is great, because it's meditation and motion. You can just go on the ball and do what you want to do, and kind of it's free.
Okay, let me ask you a couple questions. So how long has Yamuna body rolling been around?
It's been around for about 30 years.
Okay, that's it? It seems like it would be some ancient.
It's there are other self-care trigger point massage methods. It was created in the 70s, and it was incorporated in the 90s. And I did my training with Elizabeth Demo in New York City, where the studio was located. And then so it was a 6-month training. We learned about anatomy, we learned about your bone structure, we learned about origin insertion. So it's been around for a really long time. It just people are starting to kind of hear about it. It's very common in the Pilates community, but it's just really good to have a rolling and stretching practice. So yes, it's been around for a while. People are just starting to kind of hear about it. So yes.
So let me ask you a couple more questions. So number one, look what I have.
I know. I knew you were gonna pull it out.
See everybody what that looks like? This one my dog ate up. My daughter's dog.
So I could even so I know the foam roller. So I can kind of tell you. You want to know what the difference is between the foam roller and the benefits of using the foam roller and the Yamuna ball?
Let's get to that in a little bit, because people that are watching don't even know what you have yet.
No, it's okay. It's okay.
You have a company that you do body rolling, which tell us exactly what it is, and then we'll get into some more meats and potatoes because the people don't know what you've got yet. So.
It's okay. It's okay. So I have a company that I've been teaching. I'm teaching the Yamuna work, and I've been doing Aaron Maddie's active isolated stretching for about 3-4 years now. And I've trained extensively with both people. Like every 2 years, I have to get recertified in the Yamuna work. There's about 300 people in the States that do it. So what we really are about is creating structure. So my belief is that we work from the ground up, starting at your feet, from your feet to your pelvis to your head. So I have an entire program going from your head to your toe. So even for your face and for everything.
So your company, people come in and they roll.
Well, the people that I see, and I do like mobile work that I either will do work on the table or I'll do work on the floor using a thick like mat, and I'll teach them rolling exercises. So there's ones for your shoulder, there's ones for your hip, there's ones for your back. So depending on what you want to work on, and so I modify it depending on what the person wants to work on. So if someone's doing their hamstrings, and for women to be able to hold themselves up, sitting upright on a ball, I find that a lot of women struggle with it. So I really want women, you can have a strong body by having a stretching practice. So, but yes, I do teach people on various rolling exercises, and I give people homework. And so I never give people too much because it's a new concept. And so your body has to take time to take it in. So I kind of just like say, here's what we're starting with, do this routine, then try this at home, and then come back and then we'll review. So yes.
Do people use Yamuna body rolling for medical purposes after an accident, or is this more for sports figures?
It's for both. It's rehabilitative, and it's also it's an athletic practice. So it's active recovery. Say you go to the gym or you work out, or you go for a bike ride, and you basically have a tool so that you can do all the activities you want to do without being in pain. Like you can go to your spin class, go to your favorite Pilates class, go to your favorite whatever thing you want to do, but have an active recovery self-care tool that you can use either before you go work out or after, because it's all about the lactic acid. That's what I say. Lactic acid is what, and blood flow is what keeps you from getting injured. So it's kind of, yes.
So explain that. That's a good point. So your body, because see, you know all this, but we don't. So our body has lactic acid.
Our body has lactic acid, and the lactic acid gets built up. So say you go for a run or you work out 3-4 days a week, and you realize you're not stretching, or you do a little bit, you bring your foot to your butt, or you're doing the basic things. So what happens over time is muscles get overused. So the overuse of your muscles causes issues. So overuse over time, you either might strain something, you pull a muscle, you're doing something funky, you're gardening, you're playing golf, or you're doing any kind of activity or tennis, and you're realizing, oh, I pulled something. So if it's okay if people wait till that happens, but if you can do something before then, it's much better, because the healing process takes much less time if you have these tools in place so that you can play tennis, play golf, and any other. Yes, that's kind of what I mean. So things get used a lot, and so I view myself like I'm active. I bike, I walk, and I know that if I don't do something before or after, if I take the time, take 20 minutes to roll my quads out after I go for a bike ride, like I'm not immune. Right. I'm young, I still get it too. So
okay, so let me recap. So we get lactic acid.
Yes.
If we don't do something about it, then it's going to cause tear, or what's going to happen if we don't?
Yeah, what's going to happen if we don't take care of it? So we get a tear, we get a strain, we pull a muscle, we're gonna end up, the body's gonna start not liking us. So either causes us to like go to bed at night, your back's hurting you, like you're sleeping funky. So all these things, you're sleeping funky. Imagine if your back is really tight, or your hips are tight, and you can even get injured doing yoga. Like anyone that has any kind of practice, whether it's yoga, swimming, or anything, if you're not taking care, and if you're not giving the body time to recover, like in a time to repair itself. Like you actually can repair like old injuries. Like you can manage and take care of them. So it's good to have the preventative stuff, like preventative maintenance. So I have people that see me for like they're looking for maintenance. Like they're healthy. They're just looking for maintaining. But yeah, the lactic acid is something that, because people that work out a lot, and I see the people lifting, and you can do all the working out you want to, but have a stretching practice. Do some kind of like
So if we worked out, or we did some extra yard work where we did a lot, we cut down some trees or whatever we did.
Yeah.
And we did a lot of work, and that night when we go to bed and our back's kind of stiff and you think, oh, I'm kind of stiff, and you wake up stiff, it could be that you just have too much lactic acid in your body and you need to get it out.
Well, that's more towards people that work out a lot. That's but in terms of so say you garden or you bend over funky. So it's more along the lines of keeping this concept is kind of new to people, but it's more about lubricating your joints and having your soft bone. And what I mean by that is it's fascia. So we have muscles, bones. Muscles that are connected to tendon are connected to bone. So when our bones are soft, we're less likely to hurt something, get brittle bones, and women are always concerned about osteoporosis, and so it's more along the lines of keeping your hips free. Like I have a pelvic floor program that is great for women, because if you're bending down and your hips aren't strong and your feet and your ankles are mobility, so being able to bend over and lift things up and having good rotation. So the lactic acid is more for the serious, like people that do like that. They go to the gym 4 or 5 days a week and they want to be able to do all their workouts. You can do all the stuff you want to, just have things in place. But yeah, the gardening and stuff is more about being able to move around easier.
Okay, so if you do rolling, will that give you more flexibility, more range of motion?
Yes, it's all about really promoting better blood circulation in the body. Because when you have better blood circulation, say I'm working with someone and her shoulders are really tight. Like I meet people all the time sorry.
Okay.
Their pecs in here, because when most women that I meet in general, your muscles here just get really tight. Because I was looking at a picture of the woman's breast, like the ducts, everything that's around here. Like if we just had because a lot of it's really hard, and a lot of people that I see, it's really hard. So the softer this is, because you don't really think about it, the softness. Like if you feel your chest, does it feel hard? Because honestly, does it feel soft? Like you want it to be.
Maybe I need to do a few more of those.
or maybe you need to just roll out your shoulders once a day. Maybe But honestly, I can.
So soft is good or bad?
Soft is good. We want to be loose and we want to be soft.
Mm-hmm.
If you give me 1 second, I'm gonna grab. Just give me 1 second. I'm gonna grab something.
Okay. While she's doing that, ladies, I'm going to share my computer with you.
I'm grabbing a ball. 1 second.
Okay, I'm going to show hey, wait a minute. I'm going to show a video of you on a ball. Watch this. Okay, ladies, I think you can see my screen.
I'm grabbing a ball.
Okay, right there.
Okay.
Okay, can you see the screen, Emily?
I said Trisha started screen sharing. Yes.
Okay, you can see you. Is that you?
Yes, that's the girl on the table, but that's me stretching her. Yes.
Okay, and then I think this is a video.
Yeah, it's a video on my if you go down, it's on my home.
Do I need to go down more?
No, it's a video. Yeah.
So see this?
Yeah, that's my
Let's just listen for a moment. Wow.
Yeah.
So I'll minimize this, but I just wanted to kind of give a look at that.
Yeah.
And if that was you, then I definitely am going to listen, because I'd like to have your body. Was that you?
Yeah.
That's pretty good.
Yeah, all my Yamuna colleagues, none of us have any body issues. We're all healthy. They're women that are in their mid-50s and they don't even look like it because we have a rolling practice.
Mm-hmm.
And we eat healthy. We try to eat healthy. I try to promote like eating a healthy diet
Right.
and staying away from processed foods, staying away from all these plant-based foods that are processed. Like I know people like them, but they're really, I don't know, they're not that healthy. I tell people as much healthy fat and avocado and stuff, I brought them out. These are the little black balls. I'm just showing you something. I'm just going to show you something. So for example, like if someone's really tight in their shoulders, it's so see how it's really soft?
Yes.
They have give to them. The tennis balls are kind of hard. So for example, you would put the ball in here, you would be lying on it, and you would be moving it across your shoulder. So it's literally like you're moving it. So you could spend an hour rolling your shoulders out. Detailing, you can even put the ball like underneath here, like here. So underneath, yeah. So
what does that do under there?
So it's this area under here gets really tight, and so what we're doing is people that have like frozen shoulder and people that have really bad shoulder issues, it's just deep because when you roll under here, you're kind of taking the ball and it's going like this. And it gets to like that's more for advanced. That's for people that have been rolling a lot, because it's an exercise that really opens up all like getting all this opened up. Like women that have had breast cancer, anyone that's had like reconstructive surgery, like all the lymph nodes. Yeah, there's a amazing list of benefits you can do with rolling, but it really just, you can take the ball this way and this way, so it's rolling and cross fibering. So basically when we cross fiber, we're getting to both sides muscle, like getting to the bicep and the tricep. So just I wanted to give you a little bit.
On your website, it mentions about feet. What in the world do you do with our feet?
Oh yeah, I do have a whole program that I do just for people that have plantar fasciitis, bunions. I use these little things called foot wakers. I don't have them physically, you can grab them, but it's
so if somebody has, I know I've never had it, but I have friends that'll say, "Oh, I can't come. I have something wrong, my feet hurt."
So it's basically this is your foot. Imagine this is your foot. This is your heel. So what happens is that you don't have separation from the heel and the rest of your foot. So it's inflammation. And this is what I'm talking about. Over time, the body gets inflamed, and more inflammation, more shoes, it's a stretching. So it's more than just your foot. It's also your calves. So these balls are great because they can get into like little small spaces that you can do like calf work, hamstring work. So my foot training was about 3 days of just working on these nubby things that I have. You can strengthen the foot, and you can change the structure of the foot. Like my foot is, I wear a different shoe size now.
Did it go littler or bigger?
Bigger. I have actually, because what happens is that a lot of people's toes are like this, and we want them to be like this. We want to have like little. We think most people's toes are squished and
stuck together, right?
And we want to have the space because they're less likely to get like Morton's neuroma, hammer toes, and getting surgery on this stuff is like so. Oh my god, kid! If you can not get surgery for your foot and have the foot wakers and the little nubby, you can also use them on your hands. So if you get like carpal tunnel and your wrists bother you, like you can use. So there's basically balls for your whole body. There's ones for your face too. I don't really use that a lot. It's just not a certification that I have. There's face work you can do for people that have like TMJ. So people that have like sinus issues and ringing in their ears and stuff. But that's where the stretching comes in. Right. I use Aaron Maddie's work for people that have TMJ, and so
So I know I've been in massage therapist classes or sessions, and they told me that your feet, the acupressure people tell me your feet is the opening to your whole body.
Yes.
What do you think about that?
I think that they're the foundation for your whole body. And I see so many people that are active and they're out there in the community and they're doing something. And if your feet are the most important part of your body, and we don't, not that we neglect them, but we don't really think that we should take care of them, and we should. So I always start people, whether they're healthy or they're not healthy, on the foot wakers. And there's something that you can get from me, like support local. Like I sell them. So but I just had to add that because a lot of people go to and they can
Right.
get
Well,
locally.
at
Yeah.
At the end, we'll ask how people can reach you if they have
Sorry.
questions or
No,
need something.
I make it. I just made a
Perfect.
note
No,
of it.
we're happy.
No, so so but the foot wakers are. I've had people that I have a client who happens to be he's a guy. He used to have flat feet. Doesn't have flat feet anymore. This was a 6-month process of me working with him. So it wasn't like it just happened overnight. If you work, if you have a daily practice of working on your feet, you can have him at the computer or put him behind your work on him while you're sitting. So work on your feet while you work. So it's like you can, it's actually the feet and your hips. Your hips, it's those are two things. People say feet, but I also say your hips are like the other important part of your body, because your hip structure, your hips hold up everything. Your hips, your psoas. So your shoulder, my shoulders are tight, but it's really in your hips. It starts in your hip. It starts in your hips, and then it starts in your feet, and then it goes to your hips. It's kind of
you mentioned the psoas, and
yes.
I've had massages where they took, every time I have a massage, they take care of the psoas.
Yes.
And it hurts like the devil.
Yes.
Is there anything we can do at home? Because see, a lot of these people watching, they may not be near you. They're just worldwide.
No, so I do.
So what can they do at home for their psoas? Because I know that's extremely important.
So I have a stretch that's on my, because I have a YouTube channel, and I have a stretch that it's a kneeling.
Where is this YouTube channel? Tell us where to go.
It's attached to my my website.
Okay, so what is your website that they should go to?
It's ROLLFOR fitness.com. Roll for fitness. And
you go there, and there's the one that I showed you.
There's one down the way, but just preface this, if there's someone if you're able-bodied and you're looking for someone that does the Yamuna work in your area, I can connect you to someone there. I also do like Skype work. If you're a healthy, like able-bodied person, I can mail you I can teach you how to,
you consult online.
Yeah, consult online, yes.
Online. Okay.
Yes.
Great. Okay, so tell people, what is the psoas?
So the psoas is the layer in your stomach like this, and it's your center. It's epicenter of your body, and so it's a muscle.
Is that what keeps you balanced?
Yeah. So your psoas gets, a lot of times people, whether you're sitting or doing any kind of activity, the psoas and your hip flexors get shortened. So, and the shortening is what causes the issue. So I tell people, if you can get up every once in a while and just do a simple, like, lie on your back and bring your leg to your chest, like, that's a good stretch to do. But doing like a 2-second hold of it. So you bring your leg to your chest, you release it. You imagine like when you're in yoga, when you're bringing your leg to your chest, but doing it for 2 seconds. And then
2 seconds isn't very long.
No, I know, but that's how long you should hold a stretch for, 2 seconds. That's it, 2 seconds. And so do like 10 reps. Count for 2 seconds and release. Count for 2 seconds and release. The longer
and
you hold,
loosen up your psoas.
It's a start. It's just the way to, and then you can do a little leg circles, and so it's a start to it. But honestly, the best way to release your psoas is by doing a stretch, a kneeling stretch, which I can't really do for this purpose, but my thing is,
tell us, a kneeling, you stand.
Well, imagine you're kneeling on your knee, you're kneeling, and your leg is behind, like you're kneeling, like a runner stretch. And I recommend people put a pillow underneath their leg. So your leg is starting out in front of you. So it starts, and you're leaning forward. You can either hold onto a chair or a couch. So you lean forward. You want your knee to not go over your toes. So however tall you are, and then your leg is gonna go 45. It's gonna come across you. It's gonna be straight in front of you, 45 and 45. So this is a good hip flexor stretch.
While you're on one knee.
While you're on one knee, yes. While you're on one knee, your leg is behind you. Imagine your leg is like this, and it's behind you like this, and then you're gonna be leaning forward, and then each time. So the reason why we do 2 seconds is because each time you do a stretch, you get more range of motion, and so that's a really good basic stretch that you can put a pillow underneath your knee, So if you have a sensitive knee or something, you can put a mat or something to protect the back of your leg.
Right. So is this right?
Bring the paper back a little bit. Yes. Yeah.
See
Yes.
the knees in the front, the legs in the back.
So what you're doing with this is that you are pointing my phone fingers this way. I'm trying to put my phone at the premise is the knee goes forward, and imagine doing a runner's lunge, but you're gonna come back.
I see. So when you lean back, that's when it stretches it.
So actually, no, when you lean forward, forward, you get the stretch. So I think honestly, the best way, that's kind of a way to kind of get into your psoas. The best way to work on your psoas is to get on a Yamuna ball and have someone show you like how to go through it. I do there's things you can do online, but working with someone to actually, because the ball, this is a small ball, but this is the psoas this is your belly button.
Yeah.
Your psoas is here. So I don't use this small ball. I use one that's either there's two different sizes. There's a gold and a pearl. This is more for in bed work. So if you were doing this, you would have like, if you can see you would have
two balls.
So you would have like, this is more advanced work you would do like for like internal organs. So you have like the ball here. So that's like if you were working if you're working in that area, I would never I do table work, and I use one ball to kind of, because we're widening up that space in there. So
that's a good thing to bring up. One of the things you say online is that you can help people's body organ functions.
Yeah, you can have.
How in the world do you do that?
Because we think about our bodies, we think about going to the bathroom, and everyone's complaining that they're constipated. So when you're working on your stomach and your organs and you're rolling, you're stimulating your whole central nervous system. So you're creating space, because you want to have, a lot of people's torsos are really shortened. So when we have that space in our torso, we're not shortened. So our organs have space. We want long. Most people's colons.
Sometimes constipation is, I know there's lots of reasons you could have constipation, but sometimes it's because you've been sitting in a car for a long time, crunched over.
Or in general, your body's just like this, and you're crunched over like this, so your torso is just shortened. So anything could cause it, but having a rolling practice, whether you're young or you're old, and I say this because this is work that started it all for me, even though stretching is catchy. I think that really working on your body and starting easy. Just start easy. I take a ball that I use. I just lie on my stomach. I just move it up from my pubic bone to my navel. And then I'll move the ball over. I move it from the top of my hip, which is like basically where your pant leg is. And then the ball moves up. You just breathe. So it's about breathing and, I had it at 8. 1 second. I have someone else in my, this is not, can I hold on a second? Sorry.
Yeah,
that's
okay.
I have my AC person.
Okay, go let him in real quick, because I can tell a couple things that I've been looking at.
Okay.
Regarding. So the couple more things, just to recap everything that Emily has talked to us about, is the importance of taking a roller and rolling on a regular basis. And I have been using this, not as, I used to use it all the time, but it kind of hurts. So I want to ask her if the flat rollers are better. So we're going to talk to her about that. And I think that there's, for all of you, maybe to get one of these rollers, you can get them TJ Maxx or anywhere, probably any store, Target or any of them. But I know she probably has them for sale on her website, which may be higher quality and the same pricing. So you may want to look at that. But to do that on a regular basis does make you feel a lot more relaxed. And it's just like a massage, not quite as good as a massage, but it's very good. So we want to talk to her about how that's helping our muscle fibers as well. Don't let me forget that. But okay, she's back. So, hi. Okay, that's okay. So the thing is, I wanted to ask you, I have the roller. I used to use it a lot, but a doctor friend of mine told me that the kind with the nodules like this.
Yes.
cause cellulite.
I
Stopped
give you
using it because I went,
yes.
oh my gosh.
Yeah, I'm gonna give you my take on the roller, and this is not. So I think it has its purpose, but it's not. But it's not 3-dimensional like this ball. Like it doesn't get into small spaces. Like you can't get into your neck. You can't get into your armpit. It's limited in terms of where it can go. It's hard.
Okay, so a roller is not as good as a ball, but if people were going to get a roller or a ball at home, whether they order it from you or online, what kind should they get? Not the nodule kind. They should get the soft kind.
I don't even recommend people using rollers. I wouldn't use a roller at all. I don't recommend people using rollers at all. But if they want to use it, they can. I don't sell them. I use balls. I only use Yamuna balls and straps.
Okay, that makes sense because it gets into areas you can't.
It gets, and the roller's hard, and you can't you can deflate all the balls for traveling. So if you go on a vacation, you can deflate them. There's a little thing in the end of it. You can't deflate these, but there's other balls that you can use that you can deflate. So if they wanted
to order some from you, they just go on your website and they can order them like that.
Yep. And I can they can order them.
What is your email address in case they have a question, or is there a contact us place on your website?
There's a contact us page, but my email is Emily at roll ROLLFOR.
Roll for Fitness.
Emily at rollforfitness.com. That's my email.
Okay. So let me ask you this about elderly people.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. How good is this for them? Is it like I have a dad that's 90.
Yeah.
He's in pretty good shape, but
I can say that if you're elderly and you're say between the ages of like 70 and your dad's age, that if you're able to get up and off the floor, it's perfect. However, if you're someone like, I don't really work in like assisted living homes, and I kind of, because it's hard for people
it's really risky.
It's risky because I'm watching my back.
Yeah. But for elderly people, they could take the ball and use it for their feet.
Yes. It's really the foot wakers are really good for neuropathy. Anyone that's above the ages, anyone from the ages of 40 to 70 should have a rolling practice. We really should start kids. If we all started doing this stuff when we were 10
in school.
Yeah. So the lady who started the balls, she wanted to change the education system because so much of PE, now we have science and computers, and kids are carrying ridiculously heavy backpacks and getting kyphosis, getting really bad. Like kyphosis is when like your back is so hunchback, and the other thing is behind your neck like this. If you have like a lot of people have their head forward like half the day.
Yes, I see that.
Their head forward half the day. So it's kind of it runs a gamut from someone that's healthy, they work out, you're someone that's 40 and older, you're an active senior that you want something low impact. The great thing about rolling is that it's a low impact exercise that makes you have a strong body. And I get people that are elderly say like when I say elderly, I say between the ages of like 70 and up. But if you're having a hard time getting up and off the floor, it's not always because it's going to be hard to work with. And I'm not saying I'm leaving people out, but I kind of just only some people that I can help. So
let's talk about diseases. Can rolling help get rid of diseases or help prevent diseases?
Well, in terms of diseases, I'm talking about either, I guess, dis-ease. We get with the definition of it's like dis-ease, like a dis-ease.
So certain diseases it would prevent or help?
I would say people that have I've had success with people that have fibromyalgia, but you have to be really careful with rolling because you can't spend too much time on the ball because it can cause aggravation. But I've had people that have had either chronic low back pain, plantar fasciitis, bunions, your hip bursitis, frozen shoulder, carpal tunnel, any of these conditions. And a lot of these things happen because we're overdoing something. That's why I said overuse of muscles. we're overdoing something, and then we realize it's too late, and then it's not too late. So if you're at a point where you think it's too late, it's not too late. Just get on the ball. That's what I say. Literally just get on the ball and start a basic rolling practice. And I'm really good at going through exercises. I know people kind of get scared of doing stuff online, but if you're I make it easy.
Maybe we could do a meeting sometime where you do a live mini class.
Yeah, I can do that. Yeah, so that
to get people started. To even contact you for future consultations one-on-one.
Yeah, I could do that. If you wanted to do the next call, I can go through a little demo practice.
Just a 15-minute one, and everybody. Maybe you could do something where everybody could get something they even have at home and just do it with it.
Yeah, absolutely.
Because they don't have a ball.
No. At least everyone should have some kind of yoga strap or something that's hard, because the bands have too much give to them. You want something that's like a yoga strap, so that you can put it on your foot and you can.
Yes, a lot of people have something. That's right.
Yeah, okay. but that's but I say diseases, anything from Parkinson's, MS, it's all just making the body more fluid. So we all want to. I say get flexible, because we all want to have better flexibility, and the more flexible you are, the less likely you are to get injured, because your body's stretched out and it's loose and it's limber.
Yes.
So yes.
So let's talk. I know one of our doctors that we've interviewed before, Dr. Grace, is going to have a complete class on our lymphatic system. But right now, I wanted to talk to you a little bit about it, since rolling relates directly to your lymphatic system. So how does that work?
Okay, so your lymph nodes in here, and how it relates to it is that we're opening up and we're stimulating bone and we're creating space. I know that's kind of a foreign concept. So you're lying on the ball, it's tissue. So sometimes when people are rolling, they kind of get this burning sensation, like it's like a rug burn.
It hurts.
So it hurts. So what we're doing is we're opening, and I get it too. We're rolling it. We're creating that space, and it's the fascia. So the result is your lymph drainage. I've had people sweating. People sweating during rolling, because it's detoxing. You're releasing toxins in the body. So getting movement in your armpit, and your rolling you can roll your sideline, getting this open and just stretching and getting all this stuff, like, I'm just using hand motion because that's the easy way I can describe it.
Right.
But that's really what it means, is getting that lymph nodes, moving things around, like moving getting things moving together, because it's blood. Right. It's I go back to it's blood flow, circulation and in your hips, circulation in your shoulders, circulation and you can even do work on like in your neck for people that are like women that are concerned, women that want vanity. Oh yeah, you can roll your neck out, you can roll your face out. Women you can get a natural facelift by there's ball work you can do like on your face. So really? There's work called face ball, and you can basically give yourself you can give yourself a facelift, natural facelift.
Wow. So we have to look into that. So the thing is, all of these women out here, including myself, we want to get back on that disease thing. So when I listen to what you're saying, and we have the lymph nodes, and by us opening up these lymph nodes, it allows the body to detox and it allows the body to clean itself out.
Yes.
I'm not a doctor, but it seems like when you get clogged up, your system's clogged up.
Yes.
Possibly that's what's causing the diseases, or a big culprit.
Yeah, it's honestly, and I'm not a medical doctor. I'm in the wellness field. I'm just I use my personal trainer certification to do stretching. So, but a lot of things do get clogged up and get inflamed, and the inflammation is what things getting clogged up, things not getting stretched, things not being loose lead to the disease, if you can call it that way. But the more you prolong something. So to answer your question,
keep things flushing out. Yes.
Keep it simple.
A lot of water.
Yeah. Keeping things, I say keep it simple. Like, I'm not a medical doctor. I'm not a surgeon. I just want people to have the practical tools so that they can keep their body loose and healthy, so they don't end up with all the issues that I hear about every day.
Mm-hmm. Well,
Yes.
I don't really have any more questions right now, but I'm sure we will
Yes.
the next time we meet. And I would
Yeah.
look forward personally to doing a few, just a few exercises, whether it be
Yeah.
the ones that you showed us for the feet,
Yes.
where you could actually demonstrate them, and
Yeah,
we
I
could
can.
follow
Yeah.
along if we wanted.
Yeah. Yeah. You kind of, if you want to follow along and do it, you kind of have to. It's easier to have them. So
Yes.
if you wanted to get them, I always keep this is just, I wanted just to mention this. I keep stock of like all like there's DVDs and stuff, but a lot of people, not everyone wants DVDs, so there's downloads you can get. But I keep stock of all the balls, and I ship around depending on where you are, just like it's usually $10 for shipping. But I ship all the product, and I have it on my site. So, and they don't have to get them, but starting a stretching practice, starting something is good, is better than nothing. Like getting little tips, like getting up throughout the day. Like this is a really good, this feels really good for your neck. This is like a really good.
Let's do it. You go like this.
Hold your hand here, and then bring your head over this way. So lift your head up and kind of bring your head this way, and you should feel like in here. And then you come up, and then you come up back. So it's 2 seconds.
Oh, you have to do it twice.
Yeah, and then you should feel that. And then you come, and then take your hand.
It's in the back mainly.
Yeah, yes. Yeah, and then you can do the other side.
Next side.
Next side is coming this way, and then come. So you take this hand here, and then you bring your head over this way. Yeah, and then you come up. So 2 seconds, you're holding too long.
Oh.
And then come over.
I probably need it twice as bad as you.
Yeah, you probably do. But the reason why is you should feel like a little bit of warmth in that area. Yeah.
Do you have one more exercise?
Yeah, take your head and like bring your chin like this, and then bring your chin down to your chest. You should feel a little stretch in the back of your neck. And then bring your head up. And then inhale, and then bring your head down, and then should feel a little stretch in the back of your neck. Yeah. And then come up, and then come up. And then one more time, bring your chin down and come this way. And that should.
Oh, you didn't go to the side. You just went straight.
No. But there's a whole neck and shoulder series that.
Wow.
I stretch someone in a chair for an hour just working on their head, just their shoulders. I do. Yeah. Yeah, it's amazing.
Wow. We really appreciate all the time, and we know who to go to for our rolling equipment for sure. Just go onto your website.
Yes.
But we'll schedule to think of an agenda of a few more items we haven't touched today, like the tailbone, the collarbone, stuff like that.
I can say tailbone is, so I like to preface this, the no-go zones for using the balls are your xiphoid process, that's down here. So it's this little bony bit that's like,
I know about that. Yeah.
So you don't go under there. And then your floating ribs. The little space kind of like in your waist, your floating ribs. And your tailbone. Tailbone is,
don't go there.
But you can roll using the little ball, you can roll next to it. You can do some detailed like rolling the ball on your butt, like going it up. Yeah, you can detail your entire like sits bone just
what
on the
is
butt.
That little bone between your breasts?
So it's the bone. This is
you're not supposed to go near.
No. This is the xiphoid process is down here. You can go in your sternum, say in here. You can go in here, but I wouldn't use like this one's more if you're trying to just get space. Mm-hmm. This is when when you're someone that's been rolling a lot, you can use this to kind of like create space in here. It's kind of like
space.
Yeah, because women meaning you get tight chest muscles. Create space is creating, it's soft. What I mean by creating space is creating the muscles in here just get tight. Things get tight everywhere. So you can, because there's internal organ work you can do even in here, because there's organs, you got stuff, because it's basically your front of your body connects to the back of your body. So when I have had people that they're working on their chest, their back releases or their so I tell people that you can roll pretty much everywhere besides your little xiphoid process down here, and then your floating ribs. Everywhere is free reign. Wow. IT band, quads, shoulders, feet, face. Yeah.
You're amazing. Well, thank you so much for coming. We're sorry we had
welcome.
the technical difficulties.
It's okay. I had a little bit of someone had to get something fixed in my place, but
Oh, we're good. Thank
Okay.
you so much. And Emily Stein, we will let's get back together and schedule another one, and we'll do a little more demonstration next time.
Okay. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you, everybody. Bye-bye.
Okay. Bye.
We're at the end of another enlightening episode of the World Wellness Show, and we want to be reminded of the incredible insights shared by our esteemed doctor. Their passion for health and wellness have provided us with valuable knowledge to enhance our well-being. We offer educational information and suggest strongly that you seek medical attention through your physician or other medical professional. Until next time, thank you for coming.